In today's video, I'm going to show you the agencies that are currently recruiting foreign caregivers or care workers in Canada, okay? So I was making my research and I found these agencies. These are licensed agencies. They are licensed agencies, meaning that they are government approved, okay? And one of these agencies offer immigration services, okay? Which means they offer LMIA to foreign workers. Before an employer will be able to bring you to Canada, that employer must have LMIA jobs, okay? That is jobs that will be able to bring you to Canada. The good thing about these agencies is that there is no hidden charges attached to their applications. That means you can apply, everything is free. Okay, before I go on, please do your research. I usually say this, okay? You need to do your further research. Make sure you are convinced. Make sure you know what you are going into, okay, before you start the process. And if after watching this video, you still want to chat with me, you still need a one-on-one chat, you can book that right from the description box. The link is right there, okay? So please do well to like this video and share it, because I know, of course, others need this information. Please share it so that YouTube will push it out and it will reach out to them, okay? In case today is the first time you are coming across this face, welcome. My name is Ollie. Please do well to subscribe and we'll jump right into the video. So the first agency is this Face Personnel Services, okay? They offer services for caregivers in Canada, okay? So as you can see here, they have about 15 years of experience, okay? Care experts in the child care, elder care, and home care fields with over 15 years of experience, all right? So you can read up on about the company, okay? So these are the, you can click on about here. Click on about Face Personnel, then you'll be able to read up on everything you need to know about them, okay? So read about their founder, everything, okay? So now this is a licensed recruiter, like I said, okay? So it is a placement agency that works to create successful long-term relationships between families and caregivers. Now let's come to their services, okay? So they offer these services here: employer services, workers, HR services, immigration services, okay? So this their immigration services is where they offer LMIA jobs, okay, to foreign workers, especially caregivers. I told you, okay? So you need to read up about them. They are legit, okay? So what you do here is you click on apply now. When you click on apply now, you see, click on apply now, you see employer, worker. So we are the ones outside Canada now looking for a job in Canada. So we click on worker. It will show us application caregivers in Canada, okay? Then there's another application for caregivers outside Canada, okay? So we are going to click on caregivers outside of Canada. All right, so here we have it, caregivers outside of Canada. So this is just the application. It is as simple as that, okay? Here you have the application form, okay? This is like a form, okay? And let me also state, like, there is no job for you to apply here, okay? So this is just an agency that help people recruit workers from outside Canada. So when you come to this website that I'm showing you here, do not expect to see a job vacancy or job advertisement. No, you will not see them here. So these recruitment agencies are the ones, they will look through your form. When you fill this form now in form of application, when you apply, they are the ones that will go through it, then match you with the job you fit for. Okay, they have people they cater for, like the elderly, the child care, they have live in and live out. Okay, so they are the ones that will match you with those, then process your offer and everything. Do you understand it? So you are not directly working with those people, but you are directly working with these agencies. Okay, so let's go back to this. Now you have your application form. You start with your personal information, your first and middle and last name, your family name and birth, gender, citizenship or nationality. Then you have to upload a photograph of yourself. Okay, please crop your photo to be square. All right, so it should also be a clear one of your face. And they recommend that you upload one where you are smiling. You are going to take care of people, you don't want to be frowning. So they want you to have one where you're smiling, and make sure the background is not too busy. These are the requirements for the photo. Okay, so you just go through. You need your phone number, your referral, if there is any, date of birth, marital status, do you have children, do you have a driver's license, do you have a criminal record, have you ever been arrested. They need this because you are dealing with, let's say, vulnerable people. Okay, so they need all this information. Then after that, you click next. Okay, so this is it here with face personnel services. Now let's look at their requirements briefly. So what documents do you need to submit? Okay, your most recent diploma and corresponding transcript. Okay, that is either secondary, post-secondary or university studies provided by the educational institution. Okay, so they need you to have this. They also need you to have your proof of work experience. Okay, so it can be employment contract, work certificates from present and previous employers, pay slips, or any other proof of professional experience if applicable. Okay, so they also have membership card for a professional order or association. Okay, so this one's that for nurses or midwives and teachers from the Philippines. Okay, it's not applicable to care workers, so you don't need any membership card. Okay, so you need your birth certificate. Okay, you also need your passport, right? So the passport pages containing photography and identity. Okay, and entries related to relevant work experience if available. Okay, you mustn't have a travel history. Okay, so they now need your proof of knowledge of French or English. Okay, so if available, they need either TEF, TCF, IELTS or TOEFL test. Okay, so you need to pass and meet the Canadian language benchmark. All right, so that is it. If the documents you are providing are written in a language other than English or French, be sure to provide a translation by an officially recognized translator in your country. These documents must include the translator's seal and signature. Okay, so you make 2 copies of all the documents. You will need one set for the Quebec CAQ application if applicable, and another one for the work permit. Okay, so I will stop here because of the video. Okay, but now I know you already have an idea of what you have to get ready for this of application before you start your application, right? So I will leave the links in the description box as well, so you can access them from there and make sure you search and do your further research. Okay, so the second agency we'll be looking at in this video is Paragon Personnel Limited. Okay, so this is agency providing affordable and experienced nannies, housekeepers serving families throughout Canada. Okay, so you can click on about, okay, to read more about them. All right, so we quickly click on these ones. They have been in operation for a long time. Let me show you. They have been in existence since 1980. Okay, so Paragon Personnel Limited is a nanny agency located in Bombay, British Columbia, with almost 4 decades of experience serving British Columbia Alberta, and Ontario residents, locating the best caregivers available to care for their children. Okay, so it's not a new um organization. It's been in existence for a long time. Okay, so you can read up about them. So now let's say you are looking for, you want to find a nanny job. Click on find a nanny job. Okay, then you have your nanny's job board. Then there is the foreign nanny requirements and Canada caregiver program. There's also the living caregiver, but we are foreigners now looking for a nanny job. So we click on foreign nanny requirements. Okay, you see it has brought us here. So this is where we see what they require from us. Okay, so are you interested in a position as a nanny or caregiver in Canada? In order to qualify for a position as a nanny in Canada, all applicants must meet four requirements set by Citizenship and Immigration Canada under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. So if you want to know the requirements, you can, I will put the link in the description. Okay, you must meet all these requirements to be considered eligible for the program. Okay, now for information for foreign in-home caregivers, are you interested in working as a caregiver? The in-home caregiver under the TFWP program provides candidates for caregivers positions, okay, for employment in Canada, right? So caregivers are individuals who are qualified to care independently for children and the elderly. There are four main requirements a candidate must have to meet to qualify under the TFWP. Okay, now let's look at it. The successful completion of the equivalent of one full year in post secondary education in Canada. Okay, so that means you must have completed this your education. Okay, what they need is the equivalent. Okay, the necessary is not that you must have done it in Canada. That's why they said equivalent. That means the degree can be from any country. Okay, so they need this requirement to help to ensure that participants who apply for permanent residency after 2 years of employment will be able to succeed in the general labor market. Okay, so you know that if you go to Canada using this route as a caregiver, after 2 years, you'll be able to apply for PR. So they want to make sure that this person coming as a caregiver is educated and will be able to succeed in the general labor market after completing the caregiver job. Do you get? Now, after that, they need a 6 months of full-time training in a school or any environment, or a 12 months of work experience. Okay, so it's either that you've done this training, caregiver training, in a school environment. Okay, not online. They want you to do it in a school, or that you have 12 months of work experience in a paid employment in a field of occupation related to the job you are seeking. Okay, now, I think that is self-explanatory. Now, they also want you to have the ability to speak, read, and understand English or French. Okay, so you must meet the Canadian language benchmark of 5 in either English or French. And you remember, I mentioned from the previous one, it's either TOEFL, TEF, TC, TCL. Okay, so you need to get these things ready. Okay, now have all necessary documents, including an employment contract between you and your future employer, and language test showing a Canadian language benchmark of 5 in English or French, then equivalent foreign credential proving with an educational credential assessment. Okay, that means you need to evaluate your certificates. Yes, because before they accept your certificate from any country, they want to make sure that it is equivalent to what they have in Canada. So you must send it to West to evaluate your certificates. Okay, before you be able to apply. Now you can get started. Okay, so documents needed before applying for a job as a nanny in Canada. You need reference letters from your present and previous employers. You need your resume. Then you need their family letter. I will show you a sample of this letter, okay? Then after this dear family letter, you need certificates of education like mentioned. Then you need photos like mentioned earlier. You need copy of your passport, okay? Work permits where applicable. You need all this, okay? So now you want to apply, then download the application form. Look at the application form here, okay? So now let me show you the a sample of the dear family letter before we proceed, okay? So this is like a nanny self-introductory letter, okay? So this is an example of an introductory letter, okay? And you just see, dear family, my name is Andrew Schwartz and I was born in Frankfurt, Germany on February blah 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 blah. So this is like, my mother is this, and just, this is like you trying to introduce yourself. When you read, you see this sample, okay? Then you can use it to construct yours, okay? It's just as simple as that. You see the sample there, and thankfully they put it there. It can, help you to know what they expect you to do. Okay, so this is for the sample of the letter. Then let's click on the application form. It's here already. Download the application form. You click on download and it starts downloading. After downloading, it will open. Okay. Okay, so this is the application form. Here we have Paragon personnel limited, position desired, name, blah blah blah, and so on. Present address, date of birth, marital status, speaking English, your level of English, is it good, is it fair, is it poor, do you speak other languages, education and training, first aid, CPR, geriatric care, others, domestic experience, housekeeping, laundry, ironing. They want you to, mention all of this, okay? Just look at it. So at the end of the application, you will write your date and sign. Okay, it's as simple as that. Very simple. Okay, so that is it. If you also want to contact them, they have where you can contact them, reach out. Okay, so you can contact them and verify, or carry out further verification. Click on contact us. You'll be able to see the means. Okay, you can fill out this form with your questions and all of that, then you submit it over here. Okay, so guys, that will be all for this video. I hope it is helpful. Okay, and if you need other help, for example like creating your CV or reviewing your CV, you can as well book that from the description box. The link is there. We'll be glad to be of help. Okay, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.